used to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and make a mess. So I said quietly, agreed politely.
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of Steady Fire. I am your host, Bobby Sager, here with my co-host, Cody Walsh, and we have two very special guests here today. To my right is one of our close friends and housemate, Nick Olson, and to my left is another one of our close friends, also our housemate, Bryan Curry. We have some exciting topics for you this week, just as always, and we're going to get right into it and try to make this as interesting as possible. So the first thing we want to talk about this week is a iPhone app that Cody brought to our attention and is really fun. It's called Evil Apples. It's very comparable to a game called Cards Against Humanity, and I won't get into the details of everything because for the sake of keeping things appropriate, but we could talk about how fun it is at least. So give me your opinion on the game because I know you love it.
No, I saw somebody post a screenshot of it on Twitter, and right away I thought, is that a Cards Against Humanity app for the iPhone? So I checked it out, and it was. So I immediately texted all my friends and said, guys, download this right away. Let's play.
All four of them, right?
All four of my friends have downloaded the app, and we've had some great games. And I mean, your record doesn't really show that much. Like if you're having that much fun.
I started out really slow, but as of lately, I've been on kind of a tear, and I've won, I believe, 3 of my last 5 games. So I'd like you to simmer down because things are starting to get a little reckless on the front.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Brian just downloaded it recently, and so how have you liked the game?
Cody, as a matter of fact, I did download the game, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's not really that great.
It's not that great.
It's mediocre at best, honestly. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you like it so much because you're the one that found it, but sorry, it's average.
I'm going to have to say that Brian doesn't have a great record, and that's
and he also is still probably playing with a starter deck, which leaves him at about 100 cards?
100
So he's not
cards.
playing with much, and I know we've got Nick sitting over here, and he wants to chime in with this, but he doesn't have an iPhone, and it is not available for Android. So, at the moment, well, you can at least give your opinion on if you think you would like it or not.
What I can say about it is when I watch you guys play it seems you guys get very into the game. So it sounds like fun. I mean, I have never played it, but it sounds like a good time.
So would you download it if it came out for Android?
I don't know. Brian said it's not that great, so I'm
Part of me thinks that you're just waiting and you're a little jealous.
I'm definitely a little bit jealous because all you guys are sitting in the room, like playing the game, and I'm kind of there just like,
laughing.
I'm like, what happened? What's going on?
Now, the one thing I will say, though, that is a really cool feature, and it comes up in Cards Against Humanity, but it's not that common. There's a wild card feature, and you have coins, so you can buy a wild card and write your own answer, and that makes for it being pretty funny. But at the same time, it kind of sucks if somebody's playing only wild cards. Grady does that all the time.
Grady does
Our
that
one
a
housemate
lot.
always does wild cards.
All right, so I think that we've got a good mixed review here, so it doesn't sound like we're too biased. But the second thing we want to get into is tonight is Thursday, and that means we have Thursday Night Football. We have a game between the Broncos and the Chargers coming up tonight, and I would like to get everybody's picks on this, and then maybe talk about it a little bit more. So I'll start off by saying that I think that I got a lot of respect for Peyton Manning, but I really like what Phillip Rivers is doing this year, and I think that the Chargers are going to take it tonight. I'll give them 27-20.
Okay. I definitely think the Chargers are the underdog going into the game because the Broncos' offense is so dynamic and their defense has improved so much this year from last year.
A lot of big
Personally,
pickups.
I'm a huge Peyton Manning fan. Everybody knows that. He's my favorite athlete of all time. I think the Broncos go into this game tonight and come out 28-17 tonight.
All right, we let Brian answer first last time, so let's get Nick's opinion on this one, and then we'll get to Brian.
I don't know too much about football, but I did put $5 on the Broncos and put my faith in Manning. So that's what I'm hoping for. I win my $5 back.
Well, there you go. All right, Brian.
For me, the choice is easy. When you take a bet or when you want to place a bet on a game, you go with what you know. And I know that Peyton Manning will win this game tonight.
That's what I like to hear.
How do I know that, you might
Strong
ask?
words.
Well, for instance, Peyton Manning is one of the best quarterbacks to ever play.
It's true.
To bet against him, it's not likely. It just shouldn't happen. Now, on the score, I'm going to go with 35-21. The reason I say 35-21 is I think the Broncos will put up points on the Chargers defense, seeing as how they're lacking with Montez Teo's injury. On the other note, I said 21 points for the Chargers because of the way Phillip Rivers is playing. He is playing very well right now. He's throwing the ball well, he's reading the defense well, and he's really got it all going on right now. So that's my pick. We'll see how it works out.
I would just like to point out that Phillip Rivers and Peyton Manning have the 2 highest QBRs going into this game tonight. So right now, they're actually playing the best at their position. So it's going to be a duel between quarterbacks tonight.
Definitely. And I know that you have the Broncos as your Super Bowl pick this year as well.
The Broncos are my Super Bowl pick. I know a lot of people might feel a little iffy about that considering last year's Super Bowl game. But this year, they're a different team. Their defense is a lot better, and Peyton is not going to lose in the Super Bowl 2 times.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I see them as they're obviously a very good team, but I do think they'll come back with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder because of what happened to them last year. But I don't know if I see Peyton bringing them all the way this year. We'll see. I do like Peyton Manning a lot, but I don't know if he's got it in him. I'm actually I think I'm going to go with. This is a tough choice. I'm thinking, you know who's really started playing well this year, and I'm going to take him as a sleeper pick to win the World Series, win the Super Bowl this year. I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow, that's on a limb right there.
That is, yeah.
That's on a limb. Nick, how about you, Nick?
Me, I'm a Seahawks fan. They won it last year. If they did it 2 times in a row, I think that would be amazing. So I'm hoping for that.
It's a Seattle boy.
Yep. Born and raised.
Super Bowl pick from Brian.
My Giants going all the way. That's how it goes.
I hope, but I don't know if I can get behind that pick.
I feel bad right now. I'm wearing a Giants hat, and I just said all this amazing stuff about the Broncos. I'm a big fan, I guess.
All right. And lastly, we're going to talk about something very quick. It is the console of the week, if you will. It is the Retron 5, which is a emulation system by the brand Hyperkin, and it has just come out. It has slots for it, and I'm going to forget some of these. The Nintendo Entertainment System, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, the Super Famicom, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Sega Genesis, and there may be one more that I'm forgetting at the time. But it is it's an emulation machine. So what it does is you put the game in it, and it gets like an emulator that's preloaded or whatever, and you play the game through that. And you need the cartridge still, but it's it was $140, but they're raising it up to $160. And I think for somebody that just wants to play the old games and doesn't have like a nostalgic connection to older systems, I think it's a good pickup. So I'm looking forward to getting one.
It definitely is. It's you get your money's worth for sure. You're essentially getting a bunch of different game systems right in one spot.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not a loss at all.
Now, do you guys have any NES, Genesis games or anything like that you guys like to play?
Wow.
Be interested in playing when I get mine?
I can only remember so many of them, Bobby, but I do remember a Batman game from when I was younger on a Sega Genesis.
Wow.
I would really love to play that game.
The Batman games, I have a Batman Beyond for the Super Nintendo. It might be the same one, but I don't
It might be that game.
It's either that or Forever.
Is
I don't
the Joker
remember
in there?
Because I haven't played it yet because I don't have the system. I just bought the game.
I have not played that game.
So
in years.
that's definitely what I am looking forward to that when I get that. That's going to be one of the first ones I pop in. I also have Zelda: A Link to the Past, which is one of the greatest Zelda games.
That's a classic. Classic.
Nick, what about you?
You know, me, I love old school video games. I'm a PS2 guy all the way.
So old school.
Yeah.
So old school.
It's about as advanced as you got on your video.
Yeah, exactly. No, I've never really. I mean, I have an Xbox 360. That's about it. But I like the old school games better. So having something like that,
it's going to be fun playing these multiplayer games with a bunch of people.
Yeah, definitely.
In your house, like old school games. It makes for a lot more fun as a group, I think.
Well, I think that's about all we have for you today. Thank you for tuning in for this extended edition of Steady Fire. I'm your host, Bobby Sager. Have a good one.